Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Here's another video of bias prediction where I analyze the chart and predict the moves for the next week. So okay, let's start. As always from Euro, let's analyze previous bias prediction. Unfortunately, price didn't continue short, but still I think idea was good, like for continuation because we can see targets lower. But okay, at this moment we can see impulsive reaction on long side. So it could be sign for us that maybe this short achieved the target, and now price wants to make a reverse on long side, so we need to pay attention. But still, I think there's possibility that price will continue short. As we can see, candle closed above this high, so we can say it's local reverse. So I think there is a sense to look for pre-Slavic high for the next week. Of course, for the local long moves to pre-Slavic high, and if price will continue long, I think we can look for longs to this target also. So it's about weekly, about daily. Yeah, from the daily chart, I had an idea that price will continue short from this liquidity, but unfortunately, price ignored it. So after that, I understood that price wants to continue these targets. Okay, as we can see on daily chart, reverse happened. Price closed above, so we can say that structure has been changed. Still, for me, it's not enough because always I prefer to wait for formation of the order flow. But in this case, I understand that price could go higher. So as I said before, we need to pay attention because I can see targets there, this target, and of course, pre-Slavic high. So those targets for me are valid for the next week. Of course, depends if price when price will achieve pre-Slavic high, we need to wait for the reaction. When price achieves the second target, the same. If price will ignore those targets, of course, it's clear that price wants to achieve this main target for the next week. So my bias weekly and daily is long. It means for me long trades are more valid in the next week for the next week. Okay, about GBP from the weekly chart, unfortunately the same. Price didn't continue short, as we can see price completely ignored the weekly imbalance, but still there was a local long to this area. Of course, it's still possible that price will go for targets lower, but again, first of all, we see that price ignored the imbalance, so I think maybe it's better to look for longs to this target, because also remember that there is a manipulation. Also, if we open the monthly chart, we can see exactly it's monthly manipulation, so maybe there is no sense for the price to go lower. So weekly chart in this case, after this impulsive reaction at this moment, is long, and I would like to look for longs to this target. About daily, the same, we can see that price completely ignored this whole short move, so it's a sign for us that price wants to continue long after this. I mean, price wants to show us long reaction after this liquidity collection. At this moment, I don't know it will be a reverse or correction, but I can say that those targets for me are valid for the next week, so I will aim there. So daily and weekly bias for me is long. For possible zones for correction, I don't see any at this moment, but maybe price will create on Monday. For Tuesday, price will create maybe daily imbalance, and then will be a good zone for long continuation from the daily chart. But at this moment, unfortunately, we need to work locally with local time frames like 1 hour or 4 hours. But targets on the daily chart and context for me is clear. So yeah, long and weekly and daily bias for me is long. Okay, about gold. This one was successful because I expected continuation of the long. We can see that price successfully achieved our target. Also, I was thinking about all-time high, but I thought that price won't achieve this on this week. So as we can see, price didn't achieve it. So it's good news for us. We can see still valid target. So I think it's clear that weekly bias for me is long, and I expect continuation of the long. At this moment, I don't see any weekly zone for correction or to look for possible continuation. So we need to go to the daily time frame. Okay, on daily time frame, we can see perfect long trend. Also work with imbalances. So clear long trend, clear long bias. Possible zone for correction could be this liquidity, but of course, it's not like my scenario. I expect just continuation of the long on Monday without any correctional moves lower. But still, if price will show us shorter action, the first area to where price could show us this correction is this liquidity. If price will ignore this liquidity, it will be sign for us that maybe price wants to make a correction lower, so we need to pay attention at this. But the most valuable scenario for me it's a continuation of the long without any correction on local time frames like 1 hour or 4 hours. Okay, USD Canadian dollar. Yeah, of course, gold long weekly and daily buys, so it means that long trades for me are more valuable for the next week. USD Canadian dollar weekly chart. Okay. This one was also successful. We can see the price achieved the target. Unfortunately, still price can't achieve the targets higher, but still I think those targets are valid for me. Weekly chart is still long. We can see that this imbalance hold the price. Also weekly manipulation there, so I think it's a good trigger for long continuation. Maybe something interesting on monthly. No, nothing in this moment. Okay, so like locally weekly chart is not clear for me, but as I said, there is a good trigger for long continuation, so we need to wait for daily. Okay, what about daily? On daily, unfortunately, we can see only the range without a lot of information, so I can't say a lot of at this moment, but possible scenario is short to again for the red sweep, then confirm and continuation of the long to the higher border of this range, and maybe even targets higher. So at this moment, it's only one valid scenario for me. So weekly bias, of course, is long, but not clear at all. Daily bias, as I said, is the range, but scenario for me looks like that. This scenario on long, so daily bias also on long for me means long trends for me are more valuable for the next week. Okay, USD GPI. I expected continuation of the long, but unfortunately price didn't show any reaction. But still, this scenario is valid. We can see that still price is moving in long trend. Still, we can still valid targets above as this high time frame target, main target for this whole long move. Also, this liquidity. For me, of course, the first target is pretty bit high because still we can see the price just made a red sweep of the liquidity inside this weekly imp. So again, perfect high time frame trigger for long continuation, clear targets. What about daily? Okay, we can see that price can't ignore this imp, so it's not good sign for long, but still, because of weekly chart, I expect continuation. Possible scenarios again could be another red sweep of previous week low, confirm, and then we should work locally to previous week high. If price will ignore previous week high, we of course can aim for the next target. So daily chart is not clear at all, but because of weekly clear direction and clear trend, I expect continuation on the long. So it means weekly and daily bias for me is long. So long trades for me are more valuable for the next week. Okay, Bitcoin. On the previous weekly bias prediction, I expect continuation of the long to our clear target as all-time high. As we can see, price successfully achieved it. So we can say that this bias prediction was successful. also we can see clear trend without confirm, still on short, so still we can look for long trades. About the target, it's a little bit hard because again price achieved all-time high, so we need to pay attention and wait for the reaction. So I think we need to wait. We need to check daily chart for more information. Okay, what about daily? Okay, of course, clear long trend. Of course, clear long trend without. I don't see any impulsive short reaction, so still looks like price wants to continue long. If price won't show any impulsive short reaction, of course, our clear target is update of the trend. So again, all-time high. We can see possible zones for correction as those liquidity pools. So two possible scenarios for me, like that, and of course maybe lower, like that. I mean, sweep of this liquidity and after that continuation, or sweep of this liquidity and after that continuation. So we just need to wait for the reaction after sweep of this liquidity pool. And if price will ignore this one, of course, it's clear that price wants to achieve this one, and after that only continuation. Honestly, daily chart looks terrible because we can see kind of compression there. One moment. Yeah, it's not clear because there wasn't any liquidity, any work with liquidity. So yeah, it's clear compression. So I think for a healthy trend, for the better entry, we need to wait for liquidity collection of this or this liquidity, and then only look for long. Okay, Ethereum. On Ethereum, I expected long reaction, but as we can see, long reaction happened, but unfortunately not so impulsive. Still from the weekly chart, long looks good, but the only thing I worry about is daily chart, because on daily chart we can see that price still can't show us healthy health trend on long. Still reaction on short zones. Yeah, we can see kind of order flow. Also reaction on this daily imp. So yeah, but we can see the price left compression there. So I think we can look for short like that, for example, or without correction to this liquidity, just sweep of this all compression, and maybe even after, and maybe after that price will finally show us any long correction. So short looks more valuable for me from daily chart, means that daily, like my prediction for the next week is short move to those targets. So short trades for me are more valuable. And Bitcoin, of course, long bias, weekly and daily, but of course only by scenarios which I showed before. Okay, so it's all. Thank you for watching. Um, I'm waiting for your comments, for your suggestions for new pairs or maybe new coins if you have any. So yeah, thank you again for watching and see you on the next video.